Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm extremely tired. About 2-3 weeks ago, maybe, I went to London just for a day trip. Why not? Excuse me. Excuse me. I went to London for a day trip, and my plan was to clip it all together and post it within the week. I haven't had really any time to do that since then. Things have just got crazy at work, trying to keep up to date with everything at home, friendships, work life, everything. It just pushed it back, and then I realised, oh my god, it's been like 3 weeks. I should post this video. So here it is. So yeah, I think like the week after this, I think the week before it snowed, I think the day after this it might have snowed, I think the week after that it snowed. There was a lot of snow going on. Yeah, we're now on the 5th of April, and I think I went like mid-March. I don't know if I mention a date when I go. I'm pretty sure I'm like, it's Wednesday or it's Thursday. Because I was planning to upload it on the Friday when I came home. It's now Thursday, a couple of weeks later. So yeah, we're a little bit out of sorts for that. 2 things I'm going to mention. The next video, fingers crossed, the next video that I post will probably just be from my phone. Phone recordings, phone clippings. I'm going to clip them all together, and I'll do like a video like this to begin the video. Because on Sunday, I'm going to watch WrestleMania in a bar in Birmingham, which will be the first time I've seen it with complete strangers. I usually go and watch it with Jack and Kat. This year, last year I don't think we did it. I don't know. Last year we definitely didn't do it, and I was going to do something, changed my mind at the last minute. I was like, I'll just stay in. This year I've decided to do it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That should be a really good night. I'm getting excited for it now, like actually excited for it. I don't know how I'm gonna stay up throughout the night, but I'm gonna try and do some like napping in the day, which I've never done before, to try and get to that point where I'm okay to just stay awake all night. But yeah, I'm hoping, because I'm going to be in a bar surrounded by a load of people, it's not going to be too difficult, but we will see. What else was I going to say? Oh, and this is sort of like, because I remember filming it as like a throwaway thing to add in, so I'm going to start the video now with the explanation for this random clip. When I went down to the Thames, as far as I know, as long as I keep it in, there's like a clip where I just randomly zoom in on a Funscape thing, and an arcade sign. It's just something that's sort of like for my memory, for Jack if he sees the video. It's something just to remind me of what we did. For our 21st, we went down with our friend Jade. We went to see Once, and we got front row seats to Once for 40 quid. I've never been so happy to get front row seats for such a good price, especially in London. It's the first time I've ever sat front row in London. And during the show, in the interval, you could go on stage and you could stand on the stage, because the stage turned into a bar. So it was just a cool little thing that I got to sit front row for a show on my 21st birthday, and I got to go on a West End stage in London on my 21st, like for my 21st birthday. I felt like that was a really cool moment for me. But that was a digression. Is that even a word? I digress, is what I meant to say, and then I said that's a digression, which seems like a completely different thing. We're going with it. Yeah, while we were there, one of the days it just chucked it down. It was absolutely tipping it down, from what I can remember. We really needed the toilet, didn't know where to go. We were on the Thames, and we just wandered. There was a McDonald's like next door, and then we just wandered. Instead of going there, we wandered into this, what we found out was an arcade, and we spent like a good hour or so there, maybe 2 hours in there, going on all the floors, because it was like multi-storey. Used the toilets, and then we went on a couple of the arcades and stuff, and it was completely random. We didn't expect to go in there, we didn't plan to go in there, and then we had like a little bit of fun in there. It was crazy. and I'd completely forgotten about it. Completely forgotten about it. Like I had no memory of that at all. Then I got to the Thames, and as I was walking over the bridge to like the London Eye and stuff like that, as I was walking down there, I was like, I'm sure there's an arcade here, and it just hit me, and I found the arcade. So I like there's like a tiny little clip in here of that, but I didn't explain it because I was planning to explain it at the time. When I got a little bit quieter, when it got there was less people, because as I keep saying, I do get really awkward about filming around people. Just forgot about it. So here you go. Here's the explanation. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again for WrestleMania.
My guy. He's my guy.
Feeling like a proper tourist right now. You can't really see me because of the sun. So you're gonna have to live with it, I'm afraid. Ooh, there's a horse-drawn carriage coming, so we'll talk to that instead. We'll look at that. Is that you, Queen? Are you in there? Too small for the Queen, surely. She gets like the big one, the big fuck-off one from like Cinderella or some shit, surely. You still can't see a fucking thing, so I'm just going to carry on. And we'll talk in a bit, hey? It's still too dark, pretty much. You can just about see me. But I wanted to talk to you about this path, this road, this area that I'm currently walking down. This really reminds me of like this time of year, really. It's March currently. And this is where we used to come with my mum, my nan, and everything. We used to come down here for her birthday ever since like her 50th, I think it is. For a few years. We haven't done it for a few years now, but we used to do it for a few years. It's confusing as it sounds. And we used to come down here all the time to Buckingham Palace, walk down this path, and it used to take us a while with my nan, my mum, aunties, anything else, any cousins and stuff that wanted to come with us. So yeah, it was quite a jaunt, really, in comparison to how fast that I'm probably going to walk this now. But yeah, it was just memories, all alone in the moonlight. What a sound. I don't know the rest of that song. But I'm in London, so cats, right? Yeah, this is a big memory road, memory lane, shall we call it? Yeah, this is stupid. I shouldn't do this in public. What the fuck? Good news. There's fucking silver. Can't get away. What's going on? Feels like it's been a while since I went to the beach, so I'm glad I'm back. I mean, there's not much of it, but there's a seagull. Well, two actually. I'm being spoiled. tad breezy, but we've made it to the London Eye. I'm going over to the other side of it. This is another area we always seem to come to when I was with my mum and my nan and my auntie and all that I was talking about earlier when we were walking along the mall. Yeah, it's this we seem to do a lot as well. I don't think we walked it like I've just done, and we were always on that side. I don't think I've really been this side of the river of the London Eye. Words, put my teeth in. I've got a story to tell about. I can't remember where it is. I'm looking at this, thinking it's this side. It could be that side. I feel like you can hear my music. I feel like you might be able to hear it. I've heard it in past videos when I've edited it together and thought, oh, whoops. So if you can, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to say it was this one. We'll say it's this one for argument's sake. And then when I get onto the other side, we'll talk about the other side a little bit more. But this is like where you get on river cruises. There's like a bit this side. There's a bit over there as well. I feel like it might be that one that's over there. We got a bus tour with one of my mums. To put you in perspective, and I was thinking about this earlier, I was talking about it with you earlier, I couldn't think about when it was. Mum's 50th, I'm sure this was Mum's 50th, so I was 18 at the time. I'm now 25 this year, I'm 24 at the minute, 25 this year, as I've said a lot I'm sure. So that gives you a good time frame of when it was. So yeah, this was a good, 8 something years ago. We went on one of these, we got a bus tour that came with a river cruise, and I thought it sounded cool. Mum thought it sounded cool. We all thought it was going to be really interesting. We got onto it, got in the queue, waiting to go on. Couldn't wait to do it. Thought it was could be really interesting. Bits of London we wouldn't have seen before because we've never really been on along the Thames. We've done a lot of the bus tours around, but we've never really done. I'm going to take a seat. We've never really done this side and the river and stuff like this. So this was one of the first times we came down here, really. And we're trying to get on, trying to figure out where the entrance is. We got a little pass out. Half the family went one way, the other half went the other side. Couldn't figure out which way it was. My nan was split between the two. When we figured it out, my nan decided to quick turn as the water buoyed the platform we were on. She fell, broke her shoulder and I think wrist. And we spent the rest of my mum's 50th trip in a hospital with her, and then getting the last train home, nearly having to stay in a hotel again overnight because we were meant to be leaving that day. But that sort of got cancelled on us because she fell and did a lot of damage to herself. We always like to remind my nan of that. Mum likes to remind her of it a lot. So fingers crossed we'll come back and we'll do this. If me and my mum come back, she wants to go see Chicago, so I'm looking at doing that. And if she wants to come and see Chicago, I'm going to take her to that, and I'm going to do a river cruise with her. Yeah, that's the aim. Hopefully. I think I'm in trouble. I got away with it, I think. So yeah, I'm going to go to the other side of the river. I've just walked from Trafalgar Square to here, and I thought I did that in pretty good time, to be honest. There's more police. I think I'm in trouble. So I'm going to get to the other side of the river now, crossing the bridge that we crossed when... I feel like I've been on this side once with Mum. I feel like we crossed the bridge that's just over there. I feel like we crossed that. We got off the bus there to come and look at, obviously, this area here. And then we walked back across and decided to walk over to the canal cruise then, the canal cruise, the river cruise then, and that's when it happened. I feel like that's what happened. So I'm going to cross that bridge now and we'll get to the other side of this. Yeah, we'll talk then, maybe.